Vanderbilt team that is trying to snap a 10-game head-to-head losing streak. And another challenge at the rim. Santiago Vescovi comes out of there with it.
Well, even when you can penetrate that Tennessee defense, you got the rim protection down low for the balls you have to worry about.
Slow start for both teams. They combined 1 for 9 from the floor. Tennessee 1 for 4 on a Julian Phillips drive in their first possession. Vescovi, Jonas Adu. Rick Barnes has plenty of depth. Jerry Stackhouse uses his depth in a similar way because now we see the 7-foot shot blocker Liam Robbins on the floor for the first time.
Yeah, the early depth for Tennessee, I think more disciplinary than anything, as Rick Barnes was not happy with the crispness on the offensive end, so he goes to his bench.
Adu against Robbins, interesting match.
Got himself in a little bit of trouble.
Tennessee pitching an early shutout. Vandy has missed its first 5. It's simply amazing the way this Tennessee team can impose its will on the defensive end.
This is not a team you want to have to work into a big lead and try to come back from, given their defense.
Robbins gets a deep touch, and
sophomores, and I think that's a huge part of Rick Barnes' success, whereas Tennessee's has come naturally through all the years these guys have been together.
Liam Robbins knocks down both free throws, 75% from the line. He's a key to this Vanderbilt team on both ends of the floor. He was scoreless in their last matchup last year. Tennessee won both of the head-to-head matchups, and Volunteers have won 10 straight in this series.
You see Vanderbilt in that press early. They want to try to kill some clock in the shot clock, make Tennessee play their half-court offense with a dwindling shot clock.
Beside Jordan James off the bench. Post touch for Adu. Nice little jump.
Welcome to College Sports USA, your channel providing college sports highlights and news all year round.
Plays from 5. Miles Studi trying to get deep. Normally a 3-point threat. Tried for a 2. Robbins cleans up his miss. High school teammate Lee Dort, their family goes back long ways. That's a couple of top recruits on Jerry Stackhouse's roster. Quick double. And near Tennessee turnover. Kamal one ready. Volunteers have gotten hot on the offensive end. They've hit 5 of their last 6. Kamal's made his last 15. See if he wants to test that run. Gives it up. And Phillips.
Play by Phillips. One of those tweeners that can be effective at either.
Gives him 10 points a game. He's a veteran. Product out of Baton Rouge, Dunham School. Lob. Lopchich brings it down and turns it into
high IQ, good passer at the 2-guard spot. Let Robbins take those, but he's going to start making them on a more consistent basis if he's going to get those open looks.
4 for 24 on the season. They'll probably keep giving him open looks.
He's got a good stroke, though. It's just he's got to see 1 or 2 go in before the defense is going to respect it.
Ziegler to Key. Stroke.
haydo on the man taking it out with all that, and then they'll switch some on the perimeter, try to catch a steal.
Robbins slips, kicks. They get an extra pass for 3. And that's good. Tennessee shooting 60% from the floor. They shot 69% against Mississippi State 2 games ago. That was the 4th best shooting performance in school history.
1-3-1. They say, no problem. We'll get it to our point forward, wing, / do whatever. Josiah Jordan-James right in the heart of it. Makes his bucket.
Robbins gets a touch. And he buries it.
Jumper.
It's 11 points in 7 minutes for Liam Robbins. Started his career at Drake, in Minnesota, and now with Vandy, and finally healthy. Ziegler up the curl, the lob, and Robbins on this season. What a season after the Olivier Kamwa ankle injury. And those minutes incredibly valuable in his growth to become what he is now, a 5-and-5 guy, giving him 20 minutes a night.
Sort of a glimpse of what he could become last year against Kentucky. Played really well against Oscar Tshiebwe, and now has just taken another big step forward.
Here's Shelby for 3. He is feeling it. You mentioned that he doesn't have much of a conscience when he's on the offensive end, huh?
Yeah, they set what we call an elevator screen there, and he had his heel over the out-of-bounds line there on the sideline.
James answers. Studi, he got a piece of it. Shelby again.
Coach Stackhouse.
Maybe he doesn't need a play. Just give him a touch. Hiding in the left corner. Dort with 7 on the shot clock. Got Kamwa leaning and is able to finish.
Ref saw otherwise and reward such a terrific defender in Ziegler.
17 foul against Vandy. He'll be shooting next time. Ziegler.
Everybody's in position.
Thomas had Studi. Took it himself. Whoa! There's the freshman. His first ever SEC game.
How about that? Trailing the play and watch out on your dome.
Ziegler dishes into finishes. And Dort has taken advantage. Another late possession, and then
Mignon settled a little bit. He could have kicked it back to Studi to shoot over the smaller defender Ziegler.
It's Dort, and Meshack tried to hammer it away. Good pass by the freshman, and he follows up the miss.
Well, Meshack tried to be everywhere on that play. He tried to get the steal, then he recovered.
Oh, a hammer! He cocked it all the way back.
That's when you shut down the hoop in the pickup game. It's over. Get your bags, your keys. Everybody go home.
Late night tip here on Rocky Top. That woke some folks up. Onion with the lob, and he just threw it in. Jerry Stackhouse with the play call from the Vandy bench. Lawrence looking for a screen. Dort, the freshman, a little late getting over there. Studi step back. 3-ball good. Dort gets it inside. Kamwa has it stripped. 4 seconds on the clock. Vandy has a chance to take its first lead with 1. The layup is good.
Just a reminder to please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
The first steal of the game.
He left it short and followed his own.
On the perimeter more instead of banging with the big man down low. That's not where he has the advantage.
Wright's been shooting the ball awfully well from deep last couple of games. Phillips got traffic.
To keep moving and staying attached if you're Vanderbilt.
Kansas in the championship game. Phillips to bucket could make a huge difference.
If I'm Coach Stackhouse, I'm telling Liam Robbins go hang on the rim next drive on this end of the court.
Phillips got a half step on Studi, got it to go. Trying to add to it. Phillips feeling confident.
Well, with Phillips at the 3, he has the size advantage. They got to keep getting him the ball down low.
That's a key. It best could be the assist. Rick Barnes and his squad, 5th-ranked team in the country, all they can ask for. You said when we were here a week ago that you thought the schedule set up in a way, especially with a lot of upsets in college basketball, that Tennessee could be on their way to being the #1 ranked team in the country.
I do. I think by the time the Big 12 challenge occurs and Texas is here, I think that could be on the line just because of the scheduling reasons. And I think back a year ago as Auburn won the SEC championship, a lot of it has to do with who you play, when you play them, and where you play them. And I think Tennessee has a pretty favorable conference schedule, not just in January, but all the way through.
I get past this pesky Vandy team tonight. Kai Ziegler left alone. Vandy bucked the trend and won 7 of those. Here's Lawrence from the corner.
You see that lockdown defense starting to happen for Tennessee now in this second half. They have gotten the message. Advantage of his height and mismatch down low on Wright. Wright has to make that catch more difficult.
Maybe like the Ghetto Boys, my eyes are playing tricks on me. Was that part of the rap history?
Defense put a couple of big stops together, and we can put this thing away down the stretch.
They're certainly capable of that, but as far as the wear them down aspect of it, this is a Vanderbilt team that's deeper than most. Jerry Stackhouse plays a lot of guys just about even minutes, and while that can give him some inconsistency, especially on the offensive end, that's a huge 3 for Vandy.
And I think this is the best three-point shooting lineup Vanderbilt has when you look at the perimeter guys for them right now, and that's where they're going to have to get some of their points.
Best could be open after the screen. Pass, another pass, right back to Josiah Jordan-James. Launches, battles, gets it, Here's Thomas off the inbounds. And he needed that one.
Yeah, it's a great look, well executed play.
Best could be with the run. Freshman of the year, his first year at UC Davis. Veskin is playing with a clear head. Probably out there thinking more pumpernickel than plays. Shot clock at 2. Beautiful.
Talk about it often, that high release that Coach Barnes has taught his big man so well.
Tennessee has outscored Vandy 25-9 this half. Magnon finds Robbins and stepped in.
During the Stackhouse era, they've been competitive with Tennessee, just unable to get over the hump.
Really good games against Vandy, huh?
Yeah, got to the free throw line quite a bit against Bryce. Not so much on the Vanderbilt side.
Kentucky's decades of excellence gives them, I think, the right to be a headliner in many ways because there's so many interested in what that program does. But you made a great point. Congrats to Lamont Paris. Huge win for South Carolina on the road. Did it without their star player, by the way. Here's Robbins inside.
And quickly on Kentucky. Come here to Knoxville this Saturday. It's going to be sold out. They don't care if Kentucky's down. They're going to still be every team Super Bowl and sell out.
Good fitting freshman. Doing a good job getting to the rim. You'll be at the Kentucky-Tennessee game, huh?
Yeah, Chris Lofton getting his jersey retired. So, what an honor that is.
Right with the left-handed scoop. 10-point Tennessee lead. Kamwa challenge. 2. Wow.
Robbins to get a shooter open, unable to connect.
Best to be for 3. Got it, Cats. Picks up the miss and draws
rebounds opportunities, and that's where his huge body, he might not be the most skilled where
the course of this season. Knocks them both down there. Set through right. Ball came right to him, and he finishes it.
The margin for error for them is less than other teams because there are some great talented ball clubs in the SEC. And if they want to pull off some upsets, they got to play nearly perfect.
Escovy, bit of a fade on that one. He's got 15 after a quiet first half.
Yeah, just too much room. He's curling off that screen hard, and the defender's trailing way too much. Yeah, with the DeMar Hamlin story being top of mind, Chad Newman just finished workouts. He was sprinting on the practice field with teammate Bobby Mays. Trained for it. It's another thing to be there in the moment, in the action. And he stepped up big time, and he says exactly and describes the events as tough as they are to relive. It helps others be ready for the moment.
They're going to count that one.
And he says exactly and describes the events as tough as they are to relive. It helps others be ready for the moment.
They're going to count that one. Ziegler has that one turned the other way by Robbins, who has not had as big an impact on the defensive end tonight as normal. Lawrence gets through and reverses it. Lawrence nets into the paint. Got a ball fake. Oh, he just missed the 4-footer.
Vanderbilt's inability to make timely threat, but he doesn't try to be a player that he's not and be a floor general.
In SEC play.
And that's another underestimated quality of all these point guards. Now you have Josiah Jordan-James who can play that role too. But when teams are fouling late, you're not just searching for one guy to get the ball to. You got essentially 80% or better of the options on the court that can make those free throws.
Robbins and James. Everybody's feeling good, and the assistant's like, man, that was a great practice. And his response was, have you seen the film?
They're closeouts where you, whether an opponent's going left or right, or if you want to force them right or left, or giving them any angles.
You just
better in Disney World.
You know the company you work for, right?
Maybe not. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm just trying to get some love to East Tennessee.
As usual, thanks for watching, and please provide your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps the channel out.